Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you guys are watching me from. I hope we all remember this woman's story. The woman will be claimed say her mother-in-law beat her for her husband present. The day when this story come outside, even me personally, I feel pity for the woman based on why will your husband sit beside you and allow his mother to slap the wife and for the children present. Now, I always talk one thing again. Never hear one person's story and make judgment. You better hear the two sides, then you balance the equation. Now the man don't come outside to come talk the own part of the story because in life, pray to God for the old for single guys wey dey outside in this life. Praise to God when you no enter the wrong woman hand. When you go by mistake marry wrong woman. But before I go further, when I listen to wetin the man need to talk, because to tell you the truth, the man is in pain. The man marriage no be marriage, na pain. When I listen to the man story.
Ndem and Difon,
Yes.
right?
Ndum Ejo and Difon.
Yes, Ndem Ejo and Difon. You seem to be the man in the news today. The allegations are quite, weighty, and it is always important because I'm one of the people who will guillotine you if we find out that these parts are really. But I need to come to a place of establishing that. Okay, this is Doshima, right? From
Yes, that's Doshima.
your
Yes, that's
wife,
Doshima.
Doshima, your wife and mother of your
Yes.
children, who
Yes.
Alleged today that she was beaten by her mother-in-law, which is your mother. And also there's the allegation of it's not the first time it happens. She suffered this domestic violence of some sort. Please, from the reports, she suffered this for some, violent cruelty. And with these videos making the rounds now, she was, beaten in front of the children. This violation or this abuse took place in front of the children. So tell me, what really happened? What happened? What happened? Let's start with this situation of today that got to, the social media, that got to netizens. What happened? By the way, my name is Diana Mary. Yes.
All right, thank you so much, Mary, and I'm truly grateful for creating this opportunity to hear from me.
Okay.
While on this, I wanted to confirm that my phone is on Do Not Disturb so that no calls can call me.
All right.
While we're having this session, yeah. So first, this started before now. We have been having issues ever since I married my wife. We have always had issues, one way or the other, but I have always tried to manage these issues. Now, these issues became heightened more in February 24 of this year, where for some weird reasons my wife went through my phones, and then she saw a picture of a naked lady and all that, and then she decided to go gaga with it. Now, it wasn't just about the fact that she saw the picture, it was the approach she took it. She decided to embarrass me. The first thing she did was she took that picture and showed it to my children. We both have children.
She showed the picture of the naked lady in your phone to the children.
Yes.
Okay.
She showed the picture to the children. She also used it as her display picture on her WhatsApp, and then also posted it on her WhatsApp status. At least before then, I was able to capture. I have a screenshot which I'll share with you of the display picture on her WhatsApp.
Okay, I like that very much.
Yes. Neighbors came in after she had tried to drag me down. She became very destructive. She almost destroyed the cars with her tripod stand. I was the one who held her. She picked up a stone. She tried to destroy the things. She held on to me. I was putting on my inner singlet. She kept on holding and trying to drag me. Neighbors came in to intervene. When people tried to drag the issues in and tried to settle, she became very abusive. She started saying curses and throwing curses at me, saying that the land will reject my labor, started insulting me here and there. People were still trying to calm her down. The worst part of it was that at one point, she now picked up his scissors and threatened to use it on me. It was one of my neighbors who held on to her, but she kept on using that scissors to bang on the dining table. She also picked up my tablet and wanted to break, and my laptop I wanted to break. I made a statement in front of my neighbors that I hope I know that she can do it because she has done it before. I have my laptop here, which she has broken before. With that. So all that said put together, I realized that this was becoming too heated that even neighbors couldn't reconcile. So
this was in February.
Yes, this was February 24th.
How long have you people been married?
6 years.
6 years, okay.
Yes. Now, as if that was not all, I had to call my pastor to this. and I explained to my pastor, this is what it is. My pastor came to the house and spent over 5 hours trying to reconcile these issues. My pastor even knelt down before my wife to forgive me. Mind is not as if you caught me sleeping with someone and all that. This is an old picture on my phone. I don't delete things on my phone. I am in the NGO sector, so I know the power of documentation. So yes, I was careless for keeping some of those things there, even if I never paid attention to them. Time passed. My pastor, in order to amend things, collected my phone, deleted that lady's contact from my phone for peace to be. Mind you, my wife had already called this lady. She took the lady's number and already called the lady and threatened the lady. The lady already told her, the lady didn't keep, the lady kept quiet. And funny enough, the lady didn't even get back to me. It was 4 days later, the woman got back to me because I don't have a number again. It's been deleted. And she said, your wife did this, your wife did that, and you didn't bother calling me. He said, and she also went on to say, it is because of the respect I have for you that I've not taken this thing up, because I don't want to drag your integrity. I have so much respect for you. That, by the way. Fast forward down, much later, my neighbors were still able to not talk to my wife again after my pastor left. That was when she calmed down. Thinking that these issues have been resolved, apparently it bettered the new season of a new wave in my life, or in our lives. Fast forward down to March 10th, which was my birthday. I don't want to talk about other issues that have been happening. I'm just
okay, but I want to ask, before this time, it seems that this incident of February was the most heated you've had in the 6 years of your marriage?
Yes. I won't say this is not the most incident. The February issue is the biggest issue I have had in this accommodation, because we stay in a rented apartment.
Okay. So the marriage has experienced some toxicity.
Yes. Exactly.
You know, as a couple, I beg your pardon, you're going to have issues, but you've had unusual issues. That's what I just want to know.
Yes, exactly. We have had issues in the past, honestly. We have had time with that number. I have always taken it to my pastors, because as much as possible, besides my mother-in-law, who to a large extent visits and then tries to reconcile things, the best persons I feel I should reach out to when things are heightened is my pastors, or my pastors. Okay. Because you know these things, if you start bringing in your family, it won't end well. Okay, so but now,
let's come to the story now. You said you don't bring in your family, but the allegation, what she alleges is that, she alleged that your mother beat her. Did your mother beat her?
My mom didn't beat her. Actually, in all honesty, my mom slapped her after she pushed my mom.
Okay, she pushed your mom first?
Yes, there is a recording. I have the recording.
Okay.
I will send that to you.
Yes.
So I will send that to you. My mom was talking to her, and how my mom came into this picture, I don't know if you want me to continue here or you want me to just narrate the story so that there's a flow, you understand where this is happening.
Okay, yes, you can maybe establish what came to the point where your mother was having this conversation.
Exactly. That's why I'm going through all of this. So Wednesday, which is last week, 23rd. Sorry, let me check. I think it's 23rd.
Last week Wednesday. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Last week Wednesday.
Yes. My wife had reached out to me earlier on to say I should send her money for food, and I was at the moment I'm not working. I've been out of job for some time, and my wife does business. So I told her, please use 20,000 from your monies to get foodstuffs. We had foodstuffs already in the house. I just wanted to respect the fact that maybe she wants to do something different, or maybe buy some condiments or something special. I don't know. I told her, please use 20,000 from your monies, and I'll reimburse you within the week. There's a text message to that effect. My wife replied saying that money's from where, and then called back on phone to tell me that did I give her money to keep somewhere that I'm asking her for money? I ended the call because she was already raising her tempo in that manner, and it was almost time for me to go to church. I worship with the Brook Church. So I went to church, and my wife kept on calling, because I already know how my wife reacts when these things happen. I didn't bother. My phone was on silent, and I was documenting my messages and all that. By the time I was done with church, she had already sent me some very slandering messages. 3 of those messages she had deleted, and I didn't bother. I just replied I was in church. That was all. I can share screenshots of my message with my wife to you. I was going home. My mom called to tell me, just when I was leaving church, my mom called to tell me that she's in town, because my mom is the executive secretary for Itun local government. And I called my wife to tell my wife that my mom is around. Let me go and see her. She came for a workshop at Huggies Hotel. So I went to see her, and then after seeing her, I didn't stay long. I went back home. When I got back home, despite the fact that I knew that my wife had already started her issues, I still went, and she was sitting on the dining table. I still went and hugged her, just to embrace her. Okay, I've come in and all that. And then I sat down to ask for my food. That was when my wife started her issues. You will not do this. You will not do that. Blah, blah, blah. Blah. So many things she started, and the tempo kept on rising and rising and rising. Mind you, sorry, before Wednesday, last week, which was Easter, the Sunday of Easter, I was bathing the children. When my wife went to the parlor where my phone was charging, went through my messages and started deleting people's contacts from my phone and started blocking people's contacts on my WhatsApp. I didn't know of this until much later that day when I realized and I remember that people had sent me Easter messages. I remember that, but I was looking through my phone and I couldn't see it. That was when I now became curious and now checked and I realized that she had blocked and deleted some people's contacts or messages from my phone.
Is it something she does often, like checking your phone? And
my wife has always in between checked my phone, and I've always warned her not to do that.
Okay.
It wasn't yet. No, I'm here. This is really important.
Okay, so
this is really important. So I chatted a friend of mine. I have one of my best friends. I chatted him up while I was still in the house to say that, can I come and sleep in your place? Mind you, one of the tenants in the compound had reached out to me on WhatsApp to say, please, if you can go out, so that the tempo can reduce. My friend didn't reply. Apparently, he was on medication and the drugs was heavy on him. So I called my childhood friend who was in the next compound, and I asked him if I could come and sleep with him. At his place, sleep at his place, sorry. And he agreed. So I came out, drove the car. But even at that, she came out to try and collect the car key. She opened all the doors so that I won't potentially be able to drive out. But the good thing is that the spaces in between were enough for me to reverse between the cars. Mind you, this thing had happened for over 3 hours before I left the house. My wife has insulted, accused, defamed, and did everything for me. And did to me.
Does this happen in front of the children? You know, one of my primary concerns are the children.
Yes. At some point, I'll send you the recording. At some point, I told her, please, if not for anything, the children. You will hear the recording of the video. You will hear that even at some point, there was cartoon playing in the background before the children went to their rooms to sleep. At some point, even when she was shouting, I wanted to pay a deaf ear. I told her younger brother, who is like a son to me, to bring bed sheets from the room. Let me sleep in the parlor. She said, no, nobody is sleeping in the parlor. I didn't say anything. Before all this were happening, these are some of the high points of issues within 3 hours of insults and attacks. Hitting the table, hitting things, and being aggressive. Before I left the house.
Has she ever raised her hand on you?
Oh, she has several times. Even February 24th, she raised my hand.
Do you have any evidence? Do you have anything to?
No,
are there witnesses?
There are 1,001 witnesses. If it's that one, there are 1,001 witnesses. Because you don't expect that someone will be attacking me and I'll be carrying my phone to record. No, I will not do that. My focus is the family, not the whole issue. If I'm doing that or looking for phone, it means I have ulterior motive.
Yeah. Okay.
So now back to the crux of this issue now. On Thursday, early hours of Thursday, she continued her altercation. She kept on calling me. I didn't answer. Then she sent me a couple of messages and then finalized the message with Doshima 0 in Demo 1 as she wait for it. I'll send you the screenshots of this conversation because they were WhatsApp messages. I didn't still answer. On Thursday, she called again. I didn't answer. Then she now sent a message saying that it means the marriage has ended. I didn't answer.
Okay, these messages were coming at the time when you left the house to your childhood friend to avoid,
exactly.
Okay, when you just, okay.
Yes. Now, as if that was not all, when I went back on Thursday to take my bath, and she came back to the house. I don't know how she knew her because she stepped out. I asked her younger brother where she went to, and he said she had gone to work because she's learning how to sew somewhere. But to my greatest surprise, I went in to take my bath, and barely 5-10 minutes after I entered, she drove in. Give or take, I want to believe maybe she had informed somebody in the street or someone that maybe if I'm around, they should inform her. I don't want to conclude on that, but that's by the way. She came into the house and started her issues again. So, in the process of starting her issues, she didn't want me to go out. So I moved her because she pushed the door. She kept on pressing the door till the door bends. The door is bad in the room. I have evidence. Maybe when I get home, I will snap it and send to you. I moved to the parlor to go out, and she refused me passing. So I shifted her out of force because she would not allow me go. So I moved her from the wall while trying to open the door and go out. By the time I went out of the house, because I wanted to go out, that was when she now told the brother that she should carry my printer because I have a printer on the table. She should carry my printer. She's going to sell it. She should carry the fans and all that. She started moving those things out. So when the younger brother carried the printer, I wanted to take it to the other car she uses. I collected the printer and then put it in this car that I am now, this other car that I use more. And then she started her issue. By the time I could put the printer in the car and come out, my wife had already gone inside, brought electric kettle. Already, she had already started her noise. Her neighbors had started gathering. The electric kettle, I'll send you the picture of the electric kettle, and aimed it at me. I used my hand to deflect. See, the dent of the car, the impact from the kettle dented even a part of the car. I have picture evidence to them. There were witnesses to that also. The security man and one of my neighbors was there. Even her younger brother was there. And immediately she did that, she ran inside and locked the door. This was on Thursday. So I went home. I went to where I was staying. And then at some point, pondering through all of these things, I asked myself one question. If today I drop dead, nobody will know the stories I've gone through. So I went to Citizenship Department or so under Ministry of Justice to file a case. Because it looked like everybody, besides my own family people, have tried to intervene in these issues, but
Okay, so your members of your family have not been intervening or intruding?
They have not. Even if they have heard, because some of the issues that have happened in time past, my wife was the one who went and reported to them. In time past, there was a particular time my